Those red GMC letters on that hexagonal mesh grille, not chrome, not silver, red. This is not the Denali your neighbor bought 3 years ago. GMC just told you something without saying a word. There is one specific decision GMC made on the lower front bumper intake architecture of this Denali that Ford has not replicated at factory level on any F-150 trim at any price. It is not the most visually obvious thing on this truck, but it is the decision that makes everything else on the outside make engineering sense. I will tell you exactly what it is, but only after we have walked every surface of this truck inside and out. Is this Denali worth $85,000? My answer depends entirely on whether you are buying this as a daily driver that needs to carry the weight of your professional life, or as a status vehicle that never leaves a paved surface. Those are genuinely different financial calculations. I will give you the honest breakdown in the verdict. Here's the roadmap: exterior engineering, interior specification, and powertrain numbers. Then the backstory, because the development brief that produced this Denali configuration did not begin in a standard GMC product planning room. It began with a decision that a competitor made in 2022 that GMC's leadership team found both impressive and unacceptable. Stay with me. Everyone who looks at this truck immediately focuses on those red GMC letters on the grille or the 22-inch machined wheels. Those are branding decisions. That is not what I want you to look at. The most engineering significant element on this Denali is the lower front bumper, specifically those integrated multi-channel air intake openings flanking the central lower intake. On a 420 horsepower naturally aspirated V8 in a luxury truck specification, underhood thermal management during sustained highway loads is a genuine engineering challenge. The intake channels route cool outside air specifically to the engine bay and transmission cooling circuits separately, rather than sharing a single lower opening that compromises both. Ford's F-150 Platinum uses a single lower inlet that serves both functions simultaneously. GMC separated them. That is a more expensive solution and a more effective one. Speculative tech number 1: separated thermal intake routing. The dual-channel lower bumper routes engine cooling air through the center inlet and transmission cooling air through the outer channels via dedicated ducting behind the fascia. The engineering logic: combining both thermal loads through one inlet creates back pressure that reduces airflow efficiency at sustained highway speeds above 70 miles per hour. This closes the transmission thermal stability gap that single-inlet luxury trucks experience during long-grade towing in summer conditions. The bumper tells you what GMC committed to on the engineering side. The interior tells you what they committed to on the luxury side, and it will genuinely surprise you. The front seats are a two-tone combination of cognac saddle tan smooth leather bolsters with dark charcoal micro-perforated suede-like center inserts, a diamond-patterned quilted stitching running the full seat back and cushion face. That material pairing and stitching quality sits closer to what Mercedes puts in a $95,000 GLE 450 than to what Ford delivers in an F-150 King Ranch at a comparable price. 3 sentences, done. The dual physical HVAC rotary knobs, one for driver, one for passenger, mounted directly below the infotainment screen with dedicated temperature indicators, are the correct ergonomic decision for a luxury truck buyer who operates this vehicle year-round in variable climate conditions. A gloved hand in January can find and adjust a physical knob without looking at the screen. The Ram 1500 Longhorn routes that same critical function through a touchscreen submenu that requires screen interaction in every weather condition. Speculative tech number 2: open-pore wood climate stability treatment. The full-width espresso open-pore wood trim panel uses a humidity-stabilized core layer that maintains dimensional integrity through temperature cycles from -20 degrees Fahrenheit to +130 degrees Fahrenheit, without surface checking or adhesive separation. The engineering reasoning: open-pore wood, unlike sealed lacquer finishes, is genuinely vulnerable to humidity cycling in trucks that operate across extreme climate ranges. This closes the interior material longevity gap that untreated open-pore wood trim in premium trucks has experienced at 48 to 60-month ownership intervals. Missed the mark. The wireless charging pad sits too far forward on the center console. A driver with shorter arms has to lean noticeably to place a phone on it while moving. The Ford F-150 Platinum positions its wireless pad 3 inches further rearward at the base of the console. That is the correct ergonomic placement for a driver seated in a full-size truck cab, and GMC did not get it right here. The exterior section is where the full competitive origin of every decision you have just seen becomes undeniable. Here is where this truck actually came from. The development brief for the Sierra 1500 Denali in this specification was not upgrade the interior and add a sport package. It was give the buyer who cross-shops this truck against a Ram 1500 Limited at the dealership door a material quality argument that Ram cannot answer at a lower price point. The market event that forced that decision was Ram's 2022 1500 Limited Longhorn redesign, specifically the night sky headliner and open-pore real wood console that automotive press unanimously called the interior benchmark for American full-size trucks. GMC's brief was specific. Match the perceived material quality of the Ram Limited Longhorn cabin while maintaining the Sierra's proven 6.2-liter V8 performance advantage and tow rating lead. The brief was not improve the Denali cabin. It was make the Ram buyer feel like they left something on the table when they drove away from this truck. The red GMC lettering on that grille and every cognac leather panel and open-pore wood surface inside flows directly from that brief. The exterior is where that competitive intent is most visible. Front to rear, here is what this truck is. The bold red GMC lettering on the hexagonal mesh grille is a deliberate brand differentiation signal. Red, rather than chrome, separates this Denali from every previous Denali in GMC's history. The angular LED headlights with L-shaped DRL signatures create a front-end identity that is unmistakable at night, a lighting signature no other truck in this segment currently uses. The lower bumper's integrated intake channels and lower splitter serve the thermal management function I described earlier. The 22-inch multi-spoke machined dark graphite wheels carry a low-profile performance tire, correct for ride refinement at highway speeds, and consistent with the luxury positioning. At the rear, full-width, stepped multi-element LED tail lights with a layered red and clear signature, black rear diffuser with 4 visible fins, quad exhaust outlets, and red GMC lettering on the tailgate matching the front, a deliberate visual bookend. Every surface decision on this truck connects forward and backward across the entire vehicle. There is no element that exists without intentional relationship to the whole. And what is under the hood is the reason the interior investment is credible rather than cosmetic. Engine, 6.2-liter V8, 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque, 10-speed automatic, 4-wheel drive standard. Those numbers mean 0 to 60 in 5.4 seconds and 9,500 pounds of maximum tow rating in real operating conditions while maintaining the interior refinement of a vehicle that costs $30,000 more from a European brand. Speculative tech number 3, predictive tow grade shift management. The 10-speed transmission uses navigation-grade data and trailer load input to pre-select the optimal gear ratio before a grade change occurs, not after the transmission detects it. The competitor gap it closes? The Ford F-150 Platinum's 10-speed responds to grade change reactively at the driveline level, creating a 0.3-second shift hunt on long grades with a loaded trailer that the driver feels as a quality deficit. This eliminates that hunt window entirely on mapped grade transitions. The Sierra Denali GMC holds a genuine advantage over the F-150 Platinum on powertrain output and factory interior material specification. Where it narrows, the Ram 1500 Limited's ride quality on rough pavement is genuinely more refined at this price. The coil spring rear suspension gives Ram an inherent comfort advantage that GMC's leaf spring setup cannot fully close. Engineering case is complete. The financial case is next. Now, here's what I actually think, completely straightforward. The Ram Limited Longhorn brief explains every decision on this truck. The red GMC lettering on the grille and tailgate, a brand presence answer to Ram's chrome and wood heritage identity. The cognac letter with micro-perforated dark inserts, a direct material quality answer to Ram's night sky headliner moment. The full-width, open-pore espresso wood across the entire dash, a service area answer to Ram's console wood that dominated every comparison review in 2022. Whether GMC succeeded depends entirely on what this buyer values. If horsepower output, tow rating, and interior material quality need to coexist in one factory package at $85,000, this truck makes a coherent and competitive argument. If ride quality on imperfect pavement and a headliner that generates editorial compliments are the priority, Ram still wins that specific conversation. The interesting thing is how much of the conversation GMC has taken back. Pricing for the Sierra 1500 Denali in this specification runs approximately $80,000 to $90,000, depending on option packages. The Ram 1500 Limited starts at $68,000 and reaches $85,000 fully optioned. More refined ride quality, better headliner theater, but a lower factory tow rating of 12,750 pounds versus the Sierra's 9,500 maximum, and no 6.2-liter V8 option. The base Sierra 1500 Pro starts at $36,000, meaning the Denali Premium is $44,000 to $54,000 over entry. That premium buys the 6.2-liter V8, the full leather and wood interior specification, the 22-inch wheel package, and a factory warranty covering every component. Factory Denali configurations hold residual value at 48 to 60 months, better than Sierra SLE or SLT trims because the Denali designation creates a separate used market demand pool. Buyers in the used market who want a Denali will not accept a substitution, and that non-substitutable demand supports the premium at trade-in. An aftermarket upgraded Sierra SLT with similar exterior and interior work is not valued equivalently by the next buyer. The Denali badge on that grille matters at resale. If you need 420 horsepower and 9,500 pounds of tow capacity in a factory luxury truck with a material quality interior that no longer concedes the argument to Ram, this is the most coherent package in this segment at this price. If ride quality on rough pavement over a 50,000-mile ownership period matters more than tow rating and horsepower, the Ram 1500 Limited gives you more of both ride refinement and interior theater at a slightly lower price. What this truck earns its premium through is not the 6.2-liter or the red lettering. It is the coherence of a factory luxury specification, powertrain, interior material, and exterior design language that finally gives GMC a credible answer to the interior quality question that Ram owned since 2022. Those red GMC letters on the grille that opened this video, now that you have seen the full picture, you understand they are not a styling choice or a color option. They are GMC's way of telling the Ram buyer standing in the next dealership that this is a different truck than the one they walked away from in 2022. If you have owned a Ram 1500 Limited or put serious miles on a Sierra Denali in the same ownership period, I want to know specifically, does the Ram's coil spring ride quality advantage over 40,000 miles justify giving up the 6.2-liter V8 and 3,000 additional pounds of tow capacity? That is the real trade-off every buyer in this segment is actually making. Drop your honest call below. Next video, 2027 GMC Yukon Denali Prestige. Same GMC DNA, completely different mission, and a luxury argument that adds $45,000 to this conversation in ways that will either make perfect sense or none at all. Subscribe so you do not miss it.